Lauren with Bead Box Bargains, and I am super excited to show you the items we are going to be working on listing this week. So we'll start listing these today, Monday the 27th, and we'll do our best to have everything in this video on the website, beadboxbargains.com, by Friday the 31st. Probably usually around 2 or 3 p.m., sometimes 5 is when we finish up listing things. So we'll do our best. So to start off, we have some glass beads. I love these flowers. These are clear with an AB finish on them. It looks like the finish is mostly on the top side there. So really pretty. They are center drilled. So yeah, and they've got, they're a little bit convex there with those petals. Very cute, which I like because then if you do like a head pin with a tiny little colorful bead in the center, having it curve upward like that makes it really visible on like a bracelet or something. So I enjoy those. And you will get 10 pieces per bag, but I'm going to put some back in so I know which bag they go in. We also will have at a markdown price because they hid in our warehouse during Christmas. I knew we had more of these somewhere. I could not find them, but they'll be up this week. So these little gingerbread men, they are like sort of like that magma AB color, but in a matte finish. They look kind of multicolored, brownish. I love the little detail. They are very cute. So they'll be marked down because they are out of season now, but we'll have them if you were waiting on those. We have some copper finish magnetic clasps back in stock. Been out of these for a minute. Just a very classic round, like magnetic ball clasp there. You will get 2 pieces per bag. Also back in stock this week, we had these last summer, and several people asked for more, and it took a while, but I was finally able to find some. These are a porcelain cactus bead, so it's drilled top to bottom there. It has a matte finish, and it just feels really cool, that frosted porcelain. So it is a very bold Southwest style bead. And yeah, we have those back in, finally. Okay, and so up next we have this gorgeous butterfly fold-over clasp. So this is brass with cubic zirconia. Look at all of those sparkling crystals. I love the little baguettes along the wings. Then you've got a little marquee shape and rounds in the body. Just absolutely gorgeous. And you've got this little fold-over hook. So you have a little loop on this side of the clasp, and then this actually has a loop in, or a bar inside of it, which makes it really easy to hook onto and tie around with a variety of stringing materials. It almost works as like a built-in knot cover too, so that's really nice. But you've got this little fold-over hook there, and you want to be careful taking it out. It is designed so that if it were to pop open, it doesn't just like fall off. You have to turn it sideways like this, like at a 90-degree angle to your butterfly, and then it comes out. So 90-degree angle, it goes in and out really easily, but it's got this little catch there so that it doesn't just straight forward. It doesn't want to come out that way. And that's to help keep your necklace or bracelet from just falling off while you're wearing it. So very nicely designed, beautiful clasp there. Okay, we've got a few gemstone items coming up next that I wanted to show you. Look at these gorgeous Amazonite Hishi beads. They are so cute. That is such a beautiful, creamy, swirly, minty blue-green Amazonite there. Lots of very vibrant colors. It's super nice quality, and the cut is really nicely done too. Just gorgeous. Love those. Up next, we have some really fun leopard skin jasper. Look at these 10 millimeter leopard skin jasper beads. I love this stone. It's one of those that, like, it makes me think of just a really cool rock. Sometimes you have things like these minty Amazonite where you're like, wow, I didn't even know stones could be that color. These just look like a rock you would pick up in your backyard and be like, that is a super cool rock. I don't know. I love that, though. They just look very earthy and natural, because they are. So is the Amazonite, to be clear. But It's just fun. So up next, we have a random pick item, which means you will get one randomly assorted strand. So these are 6mm faceted agate beads, and a lot of them are going to be dyed and heat treated. You may find an occasional natural strand, but most of them are going to be color enhanced, as agate almost always is. But you've got beautiful varieties of colors, from this light green, yellow, and I just grabbed a handful. There may be other colors in this mix as well. Here's some pink, black. This like multicolor strand is really fun too. They were just an incredible price. So if you want a fun surprise, we will have these as a random pick special this week. So I'm excited about that. Okay, and we also have some more of agate Dzi beads in. These are dyed and heat treated to look like ancient Tibetan Dzi relics, not spelled D-Z-I. And this one has a lot of variation, lots of brown tones, but you've got like, most of them I think are going to be the lighter color with the darker contrast. Some of them are a little more brown all over, but I love that. They're really gorgeous. You'll get one piece per bag with these, and they are just absolutely beautiful. I want to show you 3 though, because there's a lot of variation in these. That one looks like kind of the medium brown, so I'll pull that one out. We also have some blue Dzi beads. These are absolutely beautiful. Dzi beads are definitely an example of a time when the treatment adds to the value of the stone. These amazing patterns are not easy to create, thus making it a lot more expensive than just traditional agate. We also have some wonderful blue faceted rounds in an 8mm size. They're like this light blue with a white pattern over it. It's really pretty. So we'll have those this week as well. And then coming up after that, we have some more jewelry chain. We haven't gotten much chain in lately, so I was excited to see these. So this is like a rope style. It's like a spiral rope. And it's made up of so many teeny tiny little pieces. Here, that one's kind of twisted. But you've got, there we are. Oh, and it's tied in a knot. Look at that. You've got, I just tied it accidentally. There we go. You've got teeny tiny little links all joined up together to make this amazing spiral rope pattern. And we will have this in bronze, gold, and copper. And it is sold 1 meter per bag, which is about 3.2 feet. So you get a good amount to work with there as well. I love the copper. Look at that. So pretty. All right. And then we have a, I believe this one is a stainless steel chain. Yeah, with these really delicate oval links, still very sturdy despite how light they are. And stainless steel is my favorite material to use for chains when I can find it, just because it lasts so long. So we do sometimes also sell traditional like iron-based steel chains as well, and especially in the antique finishes like we just looked at, it also tends to last very well. So again, this may be the silver finish steel. I'll let you know on the listing, but I believe it's the stainless. It has that gray look to it. Stainless steel is like the only true anti-tarnish metal out there, so I really like it. All right, next we have some links, some really cool links. Here is a Malaysian jade, aka dyed quartz teardrop. It's got some nice facets to it. You can see that. It's got 2 loops on the top there, making it really easy to attach to a necklace. So I think that's a cute pattern. And then we have this teeny tiny strawberry quartz strawberry. Again, I don't know. I love I love that it's strawberry quartz and it's a strawberry, and it feels right and it makes my brain happy. And it's so cute. Look at that as I throw it on the floor. So you've got like a open bezel in the back and these little leaves at the top, and it is faceted, which just makes me think of like the little strawberry seeds. I don't know. It's very cute. I like it. And then we also have some black agate and brass faceted oval links. These will vary, so I'm going to grab a couple more to show you. Some of them are going to be more just solid color. Some of them are going to have some really gorgeous dramatic white striations, so lots of variation there. And then we've got some blue goldstone. So this is a man-made material made of glass and traditional goldstones made with copper. The blue variety, they also add cobalt to make it look that gorgeous, deep, dark, like galaxy sky blue. I love all the shimmer in this material. Look at that sand-like glitter. It's the best because it has all the beauty of glitter, but it doesn't get all over you. It's wonderful. All right. Next, we have this pyrite bar. So this is a great bracelet bar. It is curved, and it's drilled on the diagonal here. So you can see that there's where the hole starts. There's where it ends on the bottom. So that's really fun. Pyrite's also known as fool's gold. It's got this beautiful metallic shine to it. So that's a fun piece. We also have, we only have like 8 of these. They sent me hardly any, so it will probably go very, very fast. I have asked them if they can make me some more though, because I am slightly obsessed with this like ombre, like crystal to alexandrite to amethyst leaf pendant. So instead of a traditional hole, you've got kind of like small slide openings there on the sides. So lots, so you could either string through the top or the bottom or both. It's just so gorgeous. I'm slightly obsessed. Anyway, we've only got a few of those. I don't think we have a ton of this piece either, but I thought it was cool. It has almost like an Aztec sort of feel, I guess, with like compass rose points and a lot of color going on. This is enamel and cubic zirconia. This one is a cubic zirconia as well. Lots of gorgeous details on those. I also like this piece. It looks like the sun and the moon and just some really fun, kind of funky shape there. We've got this cute little key. I love that piece. It's gorgeous. Again, this, I think it's 18 karat gold plated. It's definitely brass. And I will mark on the listing after I've checked what the plating is. We have these gorgeous faux turquoise. I believe these are like resin based leaf pendants. You do get 2 per bag, I think. And they are really, really pretty. Very simple and very, very economical as well. But I love turquoise and silver. It's just classic. We've got a couple pendants here that have this hand-wrapped tree motif over them, which I love. We've got a quartz star, which is so interesting then with that tree over it. And that's what the reverse looks like. And then we've got these lapis, and you can tell they're dyed. Here, I'll show you another one. Because of the way the area that's normally white has picked up the blue. So these have been color enhanced, which again is fine. They were marked as such. It just means that you won't have to pay as much for these as you would have to pay for a natural lapis to get that bright, vivid blue. And they are absolutely gorgeous. Handmade. And yeah, lots of fun. So we'll have those for you. Ooh, I like this quartz pendant. It's very simple, kind of like nuggety, but it's a lot of fun. I like that shape. Slightly irregular, but also like pointed and looks deliberate. I like it. And here's a traditional goldstone pendant as opposed to the blue goldstone. So this one is made with copper in glass, and all goldstone is lab created, and it requires a very precise temperature and controlled environment to create this material. It's really pretty. Okay, we have these labradorite pieces too. And as I will note on the listing, these are not going to be the flashiest labradorite in the world. The way that they're cut, they have like, I hope it comes through on the camera. They do have like little pieces of that rainbow shimmer all through them, but it's almost more granulated. it's just different. You're not going to have that big sweeping rainbow. You're going to have glimmers of that color dispersed throughout the stone. So a little more subtle, but still very pretty. And that faceting is gorgeous. Look at that. They are so nicely faceted. Fun, fun, fun. All right. We also have this rose quartz and brass pendant. And this pendant is the same as the one we featured in, I think it was last April's box. Maybe it's been longer than that. I don't know. We had it in a past box at one point. It has been a minute. I have slept since then. So look at this piece. This is a rose gold finish. No, that's the top. Swirly medallion. We've had these in before, but it's been a long time. This is a really large focal. And I love that you've got all these openings around the bottom and all over it, really. You could add beadwork, you could add dangles, you could do whatever you want. It's a very bold piece, but that rose gold is lovely. And I'm running out of space here. There we go. And we've also got some smaller medallions in silver. I love these. You will get 2 per bag. Very pretty. And then these are fun. I love this shape of pendant, this like V shape. And once again, you do have some openings down there that you could use to attach things if you wanted to. But you also have 2 loops at the top, which make it really easy to string. So that's really pretty. And then we also have these metal teardrops with the flowers on them. I think those are really cute. And you will get 2 of these as well. They'd be beautiful earrings. Okay, I'm going to clean all this up, and then we're going to take a look at some crystal beads, followed by some bead caps. All right, we have some beautiful crystal beads. I love these teeny tiny little gorgeous blue rondelles. Look at that sparkly finish. So cute. We also have some nice dark green bicones. Again, with a really pretty Aurora Borealis finish. And they have some nice crisp faceting on those. We have this really cute strand of classic 4x3mm, it looks like, crystal rondelles in that crystal AB finish. We do tend to sell this finish very quickly. It's just a classic, so I try to keep it stocked when I can. And I just loved these pale peach shimmer. I'll show you against the white. I think they'll show up better. But it's such a delicate color, so shiny and sparkly. And we have a couple colors in the larger rondelles. I think that probably what happened is these got marked down because they work as Christmas colors and they may have overproduced them at the factory. But they work. This red works all year long. It's super pretty. And same for this minty turquoise green. Look at that. So gorgeous. So these are about a 6x4-ish size. And then we have some dark green rondelles here in that 4x3 again. Just gorgeous. These are a transparent dark red, but they have this like really fun metallic green iris on them halfway. It makes them look kind of darker, which I'm actually really liking. That's very pretty. We have some opaque red in a slightly darker color. I'll show you for comparison sake here. They're just a little bit darker than the ones I showed you a second ago. Just a couple shades. And again, these may be more classic Christmas colors, but they work all year round for different things. They were marked down so much that I could not say no. I love these classic 6mm crystal bicones too in that crystal AB finish. Okay, we do have one other crystal item. That's these really fun rhinestone clay beads. So these are actually, looks like 2 different colors of clay. You've got like black and white put together, and then they have kind of like an ombre effect with crystal rhinestones, these like grayish or crystal shadow, and then black rhinestones. Well, those are fun. You will get 10 pieces per bag, but I'm going to keep some of them in here just so I don't lose track. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick these up just so we have lots of room to look at all of the amazing bead caps that are coming in. We have lots of new bead caps coming in this week, and I'm very excited. We have some more like classic sizes and ones that we've had before, along with some new pieces and larger sizes. So these are a silver, about a 10 millimeter. And I received an email with a great question, which is basically relative to the bead cap size, what bead size should you usually use? And it depends on the exact shape of the bead cap. I like these. You get a bunch too. I'll show you some different shapes here. And how much it curves, really. Some, it will matter much more than others. In general, my rule of thumb is the smallest bead I want to use with a bead cap is a bead that has the same diameter as the bead cap. Otherwise, it hangs over the edges and looks really strange. So if you put this 10 millimeter cap on an 8 millimeter bead, it would not look right. It would look like, honestly, if you get two of them on there with a little small bead between there, it look like kind of like a little TIE fighter from Star Wars. It just doesn't sit nicely. So typically what I try to do is have a bead that's within, like I said, a 10 or a 12 millimeter bead is what I would use with a 10 millimeter bead cap. And, or larger. Most of them have a gentle bend to them. You could use this shape with a 20 millimeter bead and it would be fine. So you can generally size up from the bead cap size to bead size. There are a few kinds of bead caps where that doesn't work as well. Like a cone, for example, might look strange if it's like got an 8 millimeter opening and you stick it on a 12 millimeter bead, it might just look like there's a bunch of extra hanging over. So just some insights. These bags have a lot of pieces in them. I love that little filigree style flower shape. These are the antique gold that are similar to the antique bronze we just looked at. And I'm only putting a couple out just because there's so many in each bag. I don't have room to lay them all out. But these are very nice antique gold, and I like the little circular dotted patterns, almost some pointillism there. It's very cute. So these are a more classic dome shape, but you've got like this medallion style detailing on the sides. Love those. These are an antique bronze. Here are some other domed caps with rope detailing. And these are a bright gold. And these almost have a bit of a cone to them as well there at the end. I actually really like that shape. That's a lot of fun. And that's a pretty big bag. Looks like 20 or 30 pieces in there. Probably 20. I'm going to say 20 pieces. And just eyeballing it real quick. But of course, I'll actually count them all before I list them, I promise. Here are some fun. We haven't had this shape in for a minute. I think, if memory serves, which doesn't always, but you know, we've got these little, they always look like little sheriff stars to me, but just little dotted, multi-point round caps. And these are, I think, a good size for a 10 millimeter bead as well. So yeah, those are cute. We have some smaller caps too. I think these would work well with an 8 millimeter. These are super cute little cones. Look at the detail on those. I love that. That is actually, that's actually a different shape. Looks like we had a straggler get in. That's a different style. I will check these bags and make sure that's not a widespread issue. Look at that. That's what they're supposed to look like. Fun times. Sometimes things are on closeout and they arrive and we're like, oh, I see why they were on closeout. And when that happens, we add that nice closeout tag, and if this is a widespread issue, it'll say something like, you may find an occasional, one bead cap of a different kind mixed in, if they had a batch that just got a few mixed in it. Sometimes that's the reason the factory will put it on clearance. And sometimes they tell us that, and sometimes we find it out, and then we have nice surprises when we open the box. You never know in this business, but we always do our best to sort through everything and have accurate tags when needed for any issues that we find. So these are larger. These I feel like you could use with a 14 millimeter bead. or a 12 millimeter maybe. Those are really cool. Large bead caps are usually expensive, so when I can find them at lower prices, I love to do that. I like these too. These are, again, more of that really textured, almost dotted look in the antique gold. We have some smaller bead caps. I love this shape. This is great for an 8 millimeter. Just that classic dotted round on the outside there. And you get a bunch in this bag as well. We have some star shapes here. Again, these are really good size for an 8 millimeter bead. You may be able to use them with a 6 millimeter as well. I think they would work for that. Little bumpy stars. Look at these cones. So I feel like this, it's kind of like a squashed cone shape. I feel like this is a perfect way to make like a tassel pendant or gather a bunch of multi-strand pieces. Or it would look certainly very interesting over like a 10 millimeter bead in that opening. You could almost use it like a bead frame if you wanted. I don't know. They were just different. So sometimes I like to just pick up things that are interesting. It gives me new and different ideas for things to do. These are also nice size. Look at that. These are very much on the lightweight end of the spectrum, which I appreciate when I'm working with larger beads because the necklace tends to be so heavy anyway that having lighter findings with those helps not add to that weight. We have these swirly stars that are great for 10 millimeter beads in antique bronze and antique copper. And sometimes people ask me what the difference is between antique bronze and antique copper. It's really obvious when they're next to each other. The copper just has way more of a dark red tone to it, where the antique bronze is going to be more like straight brown. So there you go. Bronze, copper. And we do have quite a few copper pieces, and which is good because we've been low. Ooh, I love these. These are like a swirled leaf pendant, and they are beautiful with a 10 millimeter bead. And something like this where it has more height to it. Some bead caps, like I was saying, if you use them with, if you were to put this on like a 20 millimeter bead, it probably wouldn't look as good because it wouldn't sit nicely. So the real issue with, or the real target, I guess, with bead caps, the target size that you're looking for is really whatever sits nicely in the petals. And it's typically going to be a bead that's at least as wide in diameter as the cap itself is. These are gorgeous with 10 millimeter beads. These like super ornate petaled caps here. I love those. So you get, it looks like 20 pieces in the silver bag versus 10 pieces in the copper bag. And that's just because different finishes cost different amounts to make. Different finishes might be on closeout for a deeper discount. We always price things based on the savings we're able to find on them. So if you're like, why do you get more in the silver bag? And the silver bag will also probably be a little more expensive because the quantity is higher. But the price per piece is going to depend on what was on sale more or what was discounted more deeply. These are a great, again, these are like those little gold 5-point beads, great for 8 millimeter. And this is also a good point at which to see really the difference between that antique gold versus the just plain gold finish. The black antiquing really does darken the whole piece pretty dramatically. So it depends on whether you want that really bright gold or whether you're going for something a little bit darker. And we have both this week, which is always nice to have options. We have a few other cone styles here. I love these large cones. Look at that. So fun. That antique silver is really pretty. You do get 4 per bag on those. And we have some slightly smaller. These are great with 10 millimeter beads too. And you'll get 10 per bag. of that size. Here's the copper version of the ones we see up here in gold and bronze. There we go. We do have some smaller sizes in this week as well. These itty bitty little bead caps, and I actually love these for adding texture to 4, 6, and 8 millimeter beads. They make less of an impact against the 8 millimeter bead, but they still do just give a little bit of almost like a spacer, basically, in there. And they're really nice with the 4 millimeter too. Just teeny tiny little dotted accent caps. And they do not want to sit right side up for me there. We have these classic scrolled bead caps. These are one of our best-selling styles of cap. It's just so simple, just that little bit of scroll there, but it adds so much to a design. And again, these work really well with an 8 millimeter bead. I also love, let's see, these little tiny scrolled cones. Super cute with a 6 millimeter or 8 millimeter bead. And you can use them with a larger bead as well if you want to. They sit nicely against the bead. So cute. So we have a couple other styles too, and other colors of styles we've had before. I did want to call out these square beads because they are curved. You don't actually have to use them. They're not really designed for like a square shaped bead. They're still for use with a round bead. It just gives it a fun 4-petal square design. So those are cute. And we also have these multi-layered petaled caps back in stock too, which would be fun for Valentine's designs because they look kind of like little roses or carnations or something. It's very cute. And you get a bunch in that bag. Look at that. All right, well, I'm going to pick these up, and then we're going to take a look at some Czech glass, some more gemstone beads towards the end, some glass, and I think we may have a few more bead caps and things as well. We'll see what else is in this week's bins. Up next, we have some gorgeous Czech glass beads, and these have been machine sorted because they are very small in size, and hand sorting these would not be a picnic. This does actually make them even more economical because it costs less to run the machine, and they are done by weight rather than piece. So we have some gorgeous 4 millimeter druck or rounds, and these are like a deep blue with a Picasso over them. Super cute. We'll see if I can get these to play nice and stay on the mat in a somewhat organized fashion. You know what? Maybe I'll just put the bag down for you because I really don't think they're gonna go everywhere. We've got a lot of small. I'm looking ahead. We got a lot of small beads this week. So there we go. We'll try that. That might be better. And we have these beautiful turquoise Picasso. They end up looking almost sort of greenish with the brown over the turquoise blue there. That is just such a classic Czech combination of colors. I love it. And the company that makes these is a small family-owned cottage industry, or the factory that makes these. And I love, love, love the beautiful things they make, and I love doing business with them because it's always great to support small businesses around the world. These have a really nice matte finish. Just so pretty. Like a matte metallic almost. I'll have to look and see what that exactly is by the numbers. Because they combine glass, like colored glass and finishes in so many cool ways. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to have to look at the manufacturing codes and see what they even did to get that amazing color. So here's a red with a gold shimmer coat on top, like a marbling. Really pretty. And those are going to be our 4 millimeter rounds. We have some fun little flowers this week, machine sorted as well. And one thing to note about buying machine sorted is everything we hand sort, we picked through and pulled out anything where the mold wasn't quite full. With the machine sort, you may find more like small variances, like this one that has a little kind of a short petal on this side here. So just keep in mind the machine sort, every now and then you'll have a bead or two that is maybe suboptimal, where in the hand sorted glass that we sell, we've already pulled those out. But again, you do pay less for the machine sort because it is less labor. But they're very pretty little flowers there. And flowers in nature have petals of different sizes too. Super cute. I love these little blossoms. One thing we did notice with these is every now and then, and I don't really see any right offhand, we did find like a bead where the finish partially obscures the hole. We were able to clear them easily with a head pin, but I wanted to call that out for this particular item, and we'll note it in the listing as well. Sometimes when they do the gold wash, sometimes it can run over the hole on these teeny tiny beads. But if you find one like that, just you don't even really probably need a bead reamer or anything crazy. You can just stick a head pin through it and it'll usually clear. I always start from the side that's not blocked and go up that way and just clears right up. All right, we have these teeny tiny little Czech bicones. These are so small. Are they bicones? I assume they were. Yes, they are. Little teeny bicones. And they're like puffy bicones, almost like lanterns. These are the jet black. And we have some really fun, like almost mattified neon colors too. Look at these. Look at that purple. So pretty. So unlike some of the neon colors I've seen in Czech glass in the past, where they have almost a fuzzy texture, these are very, they are slightly like pebbled in appearance, but they do not seem like, they don't feel like that at all. They feel just very opaque, very solid, super cute. That is an intense purple. Love it. And then we've got this orchid pink. Look at that. Also just such a vivid color. Ooh, and this blue. Look at this blue. Wow. That is a bright blue. I love it. So these are really bright colors there. It's kind of great. We have a bunch of top drilled shapes too. I'll go ahead and shift these up and start showing you some of our top drilled beads. So these are a thinner drop in a crystal AB, and again, they are machine sorted. You get, I believe, 10 grams per pack, which you can see is a really good number of beads here. We also have jet black in this shape. Very nice, just super glossy. And then some of the ruby red. It's very pretty. Okay, let me see. Are these drops top drilled or are they center drilled? So these are center drilled, top to bottom, with that Lila Vega luster. These are your more traditional teardrop beads. Instead of being top drilled side to side, the hole runs top to bottom. Very lovely. I really like to use them on head pins for like earring drops or making like fringe along a focal. Just that kind of thing. Ooh, this is a really nice bronzy luster. Look at that. Is that the topaz gold? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look up what that is. That is very gorgeous. I think it's the topaz gold. But it looks a little bronze too. Sometimes under these bright studio lights, it's hard to tell the subtle difference there. Ooh, I like these. These look like sort of that purple bronzy color. These are a nice little round disc bead, and my goodness, there are quite a few pieces in this bag. It's got a bunch. I think this is 10 grams by weight. Very pretty. We have these. These are probably alabaster white, and they've got that baby blue luster over top. These are going to be dagger beads that are top drilled side to side. And yeah, you get a good number in this pack. We have several colors of the dagger beads, which I'll show you here. These are lovely. Ooh, these look like a deep indigo with a travertine on top. Maybe a jet. Look at those patterns. Oh, I love these. Those are just absolutely gorgeous. And again, you get a really good number in this pack. Stunning. I love Czech glass so much. Ooh, these are like a metallic green. I love that. Very bright. And then we have some aqua with a gold luster. Very, well, not luster, it's a splatter, sorry. That gold splash there. Very pretty, I love that. And almost looks greenish. And we also have this lovely matte, oh no, it's not matte, sorry. It's just regular almond. I love this color though. It's very in this year, this light brown. Super pretty. And I'm throwing them around. There we go. And then we have a couple more top drilled shapes, but we also have a restock of this fire polished rondelle in light pink. Here, I'll put it down for you so you can kind of see the color better. These are really gorgeous, beautiful faceting, and they're really a fantastic value. These were a vintage Czech overstock lot find, so really like these. And then the other Czech beads we have are teardrops. We have these, I think these are 8x6 in a light amethyst, a regular or darker amethyst, and a sapphire blue. These are a really nice size, very versatile, again, top drilled side to side. And yeah, just really fun to play with. I love the shape. All right, so that's going to be our Czech glass for this week. I'm going to put these up and we'll take a look at the rest of this week's goodies. Okay, we also have some bamboo coral, just a couple strands this week. I love these little mini branches. Super cute. These are dyed. Bamboo coral is not the rare endangered red coral. It is a much more common variety that is naturally kind of like a light ivory to like a light brown in color. So it is dyed these beautiful vivid tones. And I like when I can find coral on closeout. It isn't always, I just don't always feel good like, you know, commissioning them to be made. But if they were already made and somebody else was like, oh, I don't love that color, I'm like, yeah, sure, send them my way. So love those. We have some beautiful lampwork I wanted to show you this week. Absolutely gorgeous. So first of all, we have these 2-piece bags. These little teeny tiny, like, oh, they're not that tiny. They're like 10 millimeter, but usually when I see this style, it's done in more like a 12 or 14. So they feel petite to me. I love that beautiful hand detailing, those flowers inside. So you have like a light purple or light blue core, and then you have hand-drawn flowers over that, all encased in clear glass. So just such a multi-layered, gorgeous look there, and you will get 2-piece per bag. We do also have some stunning individual rounds. Look at these. I love them. These floral barrels are just so eye-catching. You have this dark pink over a black base with some blue accents as well. This is more of like a blue-purple with some aqua, again over black. And then this looks like it has a pink core and then clear glass. And then over that you have white and pink flowers, little pink rosettes, and green leaves on all of them as well. They're beautiful handmade pieces. Absolutely love them. So we have those. We have a few more metal pieces that came in the same shipment. I love these 8mm caps. They're just, again, such a useful size and shape. It's just like a classic scallop shape. And I think these might be sold 10 grams per bag. I think they're by weight. I don't know, there's just so many in there. If it is a piece count, it's a pretty high one. And same for these other caps. We have 2. You get a bunch of these swirly caps. Like those. In this antique silver. Very fun. And then we have 2 more styles. Lots of bead caps this week, which makes me happy. I love bead caps. These are fun. They're so bumpy, these little rounds. They make me think of almost like a tide pool or something, like little sea urchins or something. I don't know. They're just really fun texture. Love that. Barnacles. That's the word I was looking for, not sea urchins. But yes. Moving on. We have these teeny tiny little 6-petal caps. These would be great with a 6mm bead, or again, you could use them with larger too, but they're very delicate accents, and you do have a pretty good number there in that bag. Very cute. Every time I go to a bead store or a craft store, I'm amazed by how expensive the bead caps are. So I really appreciate being able to find closeout deals on those. I think these are amazing. These are little spacer beads, and I think we've had them before. Just that little star and moon on both sides. Little teeny tiny, well, again, I don't know why they're not that small. They're like 8mm coins. Very cute. I love the celestial theme. And up next, we have some little fish beads. These are always just so whimsical. Little teeny round fish. They look like puffer fish to me. You'll get 4 per bag. And they're just adorable. Look at that. They have sort of a Hill Tribes feel to them. I know that Hill Tribe, sterling silver, they have a lot of similar, I've seen fish beads like that made out of silver. So I think that's what these base metal beads are the feel they're trying to get across, which is very cute. All right, this clasp is back in stock, and I'm so glad it sold out super fast last time. Look at these adorable enamel accents on this like twig. It's kind of motif. Just a really nice, I believe it's a gold-plated brass clasp there, which is very, very cute. And we do have a few toggles in different metals as well. So here are some textured hearts. These are fun. They have like a hammered finish to them. These are antique bronze. And it looks like you get 4 pieces or 4 sets per bag. We also have them in antique silver. It's a very classic toggle shape. And that heart there. It's very cute. I love the hammered finish. Okay, and then we also have these back in stock. I love these. They're square, but they have a round hole. And they're just very secure because I like the ratio of the small hole to the thin toggle. It just holds it very securely. I do generally end my piece with some smaller beads so that you have enough room to fold it sideways and pull it up through that toggle. But I love it. All right, we have just a few more things this week, gemstones and glass beads. So we'll look at our gemstones first. These we've had in stock before, but it's been a minute. I love these chunky strawberry quartz nuggets. And we have some aquamarine nuggets as well. I believe these have been dyed and heat treated. They've definitely been dyed. And I say that because just looking at them, I can see places where the blue has collected in surface imperfections, like this here. See that blue line? I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of small. But that kind of thing is pretty much a giveaway that it's been dyed. Also dyed, but beautiful. I think these are, oh no. I thought these were the dyed purple quartz, but these look like they may actually be amethyst, looking at the lines in them. So I take that back. I think these are just very nice quality amethyst. Huh. Cool. I thought we get these purple quartz beads in from this particular lapidary a lot, but these, if you look at the white patterns inside the beads, that's how I can tell they haven't been dyed. And they are lovely. That is actually some very stunning amethyst, so pretty that for a minute I thought it was fake. well, it was dyed quartz made to imitate amethyst. Those are really nice. This is dyed quartz. It's a lovely light blue. So cute. And then these are Amazonite. Really pretty there. Nice colors. And we have some gorgeous disc beads in Peach Aventurine. Look at that. Just lovely. These are interesting. So these are, I think these are a dolomite marble. They've definitely been dyed and coated, but they're like a deep, 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 almost garnet red. And then they have these bold gold splashes on top of that. They're honestly just something very different, and they caught my eye. I think those are pretty. Oh. Set them up here, there. Or they maybe won't roll off my table. Okay. And here we have some carnelian, which is most likely dyed and heat treated, but I love that disc shape again. This is a kind of a larger size, looks like maybe an 8mm. Really pretty. Love that shape. Look gorgeous with those aventurine beads over there. And then we have some brecciated jasper. Or maybe this is red rainbow jasper. I think this is the red rainbow jasper. It's a red jasper with some other colors mixed in, some whites and browns. Really pretty. Again, I love that rondelle shape. These look like about an 8x5. Completely natural stone. Ooh, we have some more chips. These are garnet. Garnet is such a heavy stone. It always feels so good. Like, just, I don't know, it's very, very fun to play with here. I love these smooth, vaguely rondelle-shaped nuggets. So cool. Let me put them over here with these warm colors. And then finally, we do have some dyed quartz rondelles. Really pretty. All right. These may actually be glass now that I'm looking at them. They may have gotten stuck in the wrong category. I'm going to pull them out and take a closer look after this video's over. But I do know that these are quartz for sure. If you look at them, they're just very flat and opaque and don't have a lot of, like, really any variation, which is what makes me say they're probably glass. And they may have just been mislabeled. I'll make sure that's correct before I post them on the website. All right, I'm going to pick these up, and then we'll take a look at just a few glass beads that we have coming up, glass flowers, and then we're done. Okay, we have just a few glass beads coming in this week other than Czech glass. So these are really pretty little sets of flowers with these little curved leaf things. So these are a tulip shape. And these are slightly more mass-produced than Czech glass, but they are still very pretty. You will get 10 each of the flower and leaf shapes in each bag. And we have these little tulips in that red ombre sort of color there. And then also a pink version. I just think they're so cute. Again, there's 10 of each kind of bead. I'm just going to put a few out so that you can see what they look like. And then we also have, these are like more like tulip buds. We have some different shaped tulips too. Here's the red. These are very cute. Again, it looks like the leaves are the same shape. It's just that blossom that's slightly different. It's a little less detailed and more scalloped at the top. And we also have that shape in pink and purple. Love that pink here. Very cute. Am I going too high? Here, I'm going to move these down here. Just try to keep it in frame for y'all. Sometimes I'm better at that than others. And here are the purple. These are very nice light purple. Kind of on that alexandrite, light amethyst type of scale there. I don't think it's the true alexandrite where it changes color in different lightings or anything, but it's a very nice pale purple anyway. Those are all cute. I love that they come with the leaf glass shapes too. It just makes me happy. We also have some turtles because I am super bad at not buying turtles whenever I see turtles. I love them. And these are really cute. They're detailed on both sides. Very similar, a little puffier than the like the imitation turquoise turtles that I've seen before. Super cute, and I love this green iris color. You will get 10 of these per bag as well. They're just so cute. They're drilled top to bottom, like that. That's where the hole runs. Center drilled, top to bottom. And we also have some really cute, so these look a lot like the Hawaiian flowers that the Czech Republic produces, but they are not. They are, again, a mass-produced version, and you can tell they are definitely different as well. They have a thinner edge and a bigger inset there. But they are very cute, and if you're looking for this shape at a lower price, this is a fun way to get it. I still love and honestly slightly prefer the Czech glass versions, but at this price point, I think these are absolutely wonderful. And they're a great option to have. And I like to have different options at different price points for y'all so you can get the right bead for your project. And honestly, I really like this like peacock iris. It's like that slate gray undertone. And then you've got this like multicolor purpley blue peacock iris over it. That's very cute. And this is more of like the crystal AB. Maybe that's the crystal. I don't know. There's one finish that's kind of like a sunshine finish. I think these are the AB. Yeah, it looks a little more yellow underneath it than the Aurora Borealis, which looks a little more pink blue there. But they are very similar. Here's one of each, so you can kind of see the difference next to each other. Very similar. This one's just got a little more yellow purple, and this is a little more of like that pink green Aurora Borealis. So you will get 10 per bag again. I'm just leaving some in the bag so there's room on the mat to see everything. And then these are our peach shimmer. Very cute. All right, so that is everything we are going to try to get up on the site for you this week. Again, I'll start listing items today. We're going to start, we kind of go in order through the video, so these beads will be up last of all Friday afternoon. Hopefully, we'll do our best to get to everything as early as we can on Friday. Yeah, so thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I always have a lot of fun going through our new arrivals with you. As always, if there's anything you'd like to see us carry or have more of or different colors or whatever, I'd love to hear it in the comments. I read all the comments and it definitely helps me as I'm doing my purchasing every week. So, and keeping my eye out for good deals. So thank y'all very much for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.